Most tourists fly 11 hours to Mauritius just to sit on a beach, completely missing an optical illusion where the ocean looks like it is dropping off a cliff into the center of the earth. If you are planning your trip right now, searching for the best things to do in Mauritius, you are about to discover an island with hidden waterfalls, wild street food, and mountain hikes. Mauritius sits in the Indian Ocean off the coast of East Africa, offering warm tropical weather all year round. The best time to visit runs from May to December, when the weather stays cool, dry, and sunny. Our journey begins in the southwest corner with the famous seven-colored earth in Chamarel. This natural wonder features sand dunes that naturally settled into distinct rainbow layers of purple, red, cyan, and brown. Even if you take a handful of the dirt and mix it up, the minerals will separate back into distinct colors over time. Right down the road, you will hear the loud roar of the Chamarel Waterfall plunging nearly 100 meters off a sheer cliff. Surrounded by wild sugar cane fields, this is the tallest single-drop waterfall anywhere on the entire island. Next, you need to tie up your running shoes and head toward Le Morne, Brabant. This massive mountain stands over 500 meters above the sea and holds deep historical meaning as a former shelter for runaway slaves. Reaching the summit gives you a jaw-dropping bird's-eye view over the blue lagoon below. Right off the coast of this exact mountain lies the famous underwater waterfall illusion. Runoff sand and silt push off the high coastal shelf into deep water, creating the dramatic visual trick of a giant ocean drain. You cannot see this effect from the beach, so booking a quick helicopter tour is the absolute best way to experience it. If you love exploring green jungles, Black River Gorges National Park offers over 60 kilometers of wild hiking trails. Keep your eyes open along the forest path, because you might spot the rare pink pigeon or the Mauritian kestrel flying overhead. Leaving the forest behind, drive up into the cool central mountains to visit the sacred crater lake of Grand Baie, also known as Ganga Talo. Massive 60-meter statues of Lord Shiva and Goddess Durga stand tall beside the water, welcoming travelers to this peaceful Hindu pilgrimage site. Now, let us head north to the lively capital city of Port Louis. Start your morning at the historic Central Market, where vendors sell fresh tropical fruits, vanilla beans, and handmade crafts. Just steps away sits the Apravasi Ghat, an important historical immigration depot where modern Mauritian society first took root. Take a stroll down the Cowdown waterfront to see colorful umbrellas floating above the street before grabbing an iced coffee. Next, escape the city heat by walking through the Sir Siwusagur Ramgoolam Botanical Garden in Pamplemousses. This botanical park is world famous for its massive Amazonica water lilies, which grow leaves large enough to float a small child. Drive further up to the very northern tip of the island to see the bright red-roofed church at Cap Malheureux. This little church sits right on the edge of the turquoise sea, making it the most photographed postcard spot on the island. For shopping, lively bars, and buzzing nightlife, spend an evening in the coastal town of Grand Baie. You will find plenty of beachfront restaurants serving fresh grilled fish, while local bands play live music right by the shore. Just a short drive inland from the bay, you can step back in time at the historic Château de la Bourdonnais. This restored 19th century colonial mansion sits inside lush green orchards and offers delicious tastings of estate-made local rum. Now, let us switch directions and head over to the east coast, starting with a boat cruise to Île aux Cerfs. This private islet feels like pure paradise, boasting long strips of powdery white sand, jet ski rentals, and an 18-hole golf course. Pack your mask and fins, because your next stop is the protected waters of Blue Bay Marine Park. The shallow coral reefs here are packed with colorful parrotfish, sea turtles, and massive brain coral formations. Just up the coastline sits the sleepy historic town of Mahébourg, famous for its rich naval museum and quiet waterfront promenade. Do not leave town without stopping at the H. Biscuiterie Rolled, a traditional factory that has baked manioc biscuits over wood fires since 1870. Nearby, you can board a short wooden boat to visit the Île aux Aigrettes Nature Reserve. This coral island serves as a safe conservation haven for giant Aldabra tortoises that wander freely through the coastal ebony forest. Now we move over to the sunny west coast to relax on the golden shores of Flac Beach. Lined with tall casuarina trees, this calm bay is the perfect safe spot for families to swim, picnic, and watch glowing orange sunsets. Early the next morning, wake up at dawn to go dolphin watching in the calm waters of Chamarel Bay. Pods of spinner and bottlenose dolphins swim here daily, but always make sure to book an eco-friendly tour that respects the marine life. If you love high-energy water sports, head back down to the famous One-Eye Wave Spot off Le Morne. The steady trade winds create some of the best kiteboarding and windsurfing conditions anywhere on Earth. For something truly unusual, try an underwater sea walk along the eastern seabed near Belle Mer. You wear a heavy yellow helmet pumped with fresh air, letting you walk on the ocean floor surrounded by hundreds of friendly fish. Back inland among the misty central hills, you will find the historic Bois Chéri tea plantation. Tour the operating factory to see how tea leaves are processed before sitting on a panoramic wooden deck to sample hot vanilla tea. Further south, animal lovers should make time to visit the sprawling La Vanille Nature Park. You can watch massive Nile crocodiles during feeding time and walk inside open grassy pens with 500-pound giant tortoises. No visit to this island is complete without tasting the incredible street food found on almost every street corner. Try a warm dol puri, which is a soft yellow flatbread wrapped around spiced ground split peas, savory tomato rougail, and pickled chilies. Grab a paper bag filled with crispy gâteau piment, which are deep-fried chili cakes made with split peas, green onions, and fresh coriander. At night, head down to the beach to watch a live performance of traditional Mauritian Sega music. Dancers spin in colorful long skirts to the rhythmic beat of traditional goatskin drums, celebrating the deep cultural roots of the island. Now let us talk about how to get around the island during your stay. Renting a small car is usually the easiest and cheapest option, but remember that driving is on the left side of the road. If you do not feel comfortable navigating narrow coastal roads, hiring a local private driver for day tours is affordable and stress-free. When deciding where to stay, pick the north or west coasts if you want lively towns, calm swimming, and plenty of dining options. Choose the wild south or luxury east coasts if you prefer quiet resorts, empty stretches of sand, and natural scenic views. When packing your bags, remember to bring coral-safe sunscreen to protect the fragile reefs, along with sturdy hiking shoes for the muddy trails. Always dress respectfully by covering your shoulders and knees whenever you enter any of the local Hindu temples or mosques. Spending 7 to 10 full days on the island gives you plenty of time to explore every single region without feeling rushed. Check our video descriptions for the best deals in hotels and accommodation, flights, attractions and tours, travel eSIMs and insurance, transfers and airport services, trains and buses, car and bike rentals, cruises, package tours.